Hey lovelies, let's learn something new. I saw the design somewhere on Instagram and I was like, there's no way I'm not gonna try this because I love learning something new. So let's get over and see how it goes. So I'm using three jet polish for this particular tutorial. That's the orange, the yellow, the white, and then I'm going to be using rhinestone glue for the 3D. So the first thing I did is to use a yellow, the yellow shade. I actually did the first coating behind the camera. So I'm just coating it for a second time on camera. And I'm going to cure that. After curing, I'm going to, let's say, third coat. Yeah, I'm going to coat it over again using a shade I missed. So I actually mixed yellow and orange shade. Actually, more of the yellow than the orange. If I'm to give it a percentage, I'll be like 1% of the orange and 2.5 of the yellow. So this is what I have here after curing. So we're going over to get the orange or the major art design started. So right now I'm going to use the orange shade to have those normal cutouts, as you can see right here. So you really need a steady hand to get this to work. Like your hand needs to be very steady for this to work out. If your hand is not very steady, I advise you just place it somewhere relaxed so it won't be on the air. Yeah, so after curing, I'm going to go over again to have something similar, but this time with a white gel polish, and it will be a little bit tinier, I guess. Yeah, so I was actually looking at the picture to see if I can create the same thing, so bear with me, guys. After getting that white shade, you put like a drop of the gel polish in the middle, and then you drag to get this particular design we're having right now. Mine's actually not very straight today. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, I'm gonna work with that. So after getting this particular shade, this particular design, I'm gonna arrange the edges just to have this lovely curve, like orange kind of curves. Get that? So we cure that. After curing, we go over again to add a little bit of droplet, but this time around we're going to start creating tiny little lines. We're going to drag the gel polish into the orange part or the yellowish part, yeah. But this, you don't have to drag so much gel polish, just a little touch and drag, little touch and then you drag. So we have just a little tiny white line on the orange part or the yellowish part. Okay, if that makes sense. So just carefully do that. And if you're done with that, you can cure it and continue. Now, after curing, I actually did this behind the camera. Not really behind the camera, though. I thought I was filming, but it happened that I was not filming. So I'm doing the second coating using the rhinestone glue. So just get your rhinestone glue, and then you draw two lines using the rhinestone glue in between the yellowish parts, if that makes sense. So after the first layer, you cure and then you top it over again, just to ensure that it's more of a 3D effect. By 3D, I mean it's actually raised, right? So also be very cautious with the way you draw your lines so they don't meet each other, so they don't really flow into each other, because rhinestone glue sometimes it's actually flatten itself if it's been left on the ground for a very long time without curing it. So as you draw you cure, as you draw you cure, if that makes sense. So this is what I'm actually having right now. I just draw my lines and then I cure that. I'll draw some lines and then I'll cure. If any of them flow into each other, please just clean it out and then we do that. If you are done with that, after curing, we're going to have to start creating our normal water droplets, if that makes sense. I guess it does. So just have your little dots here and there, just disperse it anywhere you want, and you're done with that. You can cure that. So advise you do your top coat first before doing your 3D, but I didn't do that actually. So I'm actually went ahead to use just a very faint or very little top coat. As you can see, I actually had to remove a lot of them before top coating. So just a very little, so that it will not really alter the 3D design. And with that, voila, this is what we have, guys. Now rate me. So if you asked to rate me over 10, what would my rating be? Don't be too harsh. Oh. Okay, see you guys in my next video. Bye.